Hello children, welcome back. This is a continuation of chapter 11 circle. So now we will continue with the fourth sum which was left incomplete. I'll repeat the whole sum so that you understand better. Also we will understand what is arc of a circle, major arc, minor arc, all. You have to watch this video and copy it down in your math notebook. The question, the wheel of a bullock cart has a diameter of 1.4 meter. How many rotations will the wheel complete as a cart travels 1.1 kilometer? Let the wheel of the cart complete x rotations. Give a variable. The distance covered by the wheel is equal to the circumference of the wheel into number of rotations. Because as you know, the wheel is circular in shape this way. So if the wheel starts moving from this end, touching the ground, then it completes one rotation. So it will be moving like this only further. So to know the distance covered by that wheel, we have to know the circumference of the wheel and the number of rotation that it has done. Okay. So 1.1 into 1000, because 1.1 kilometer into 1000 is equal to 1.4 is a diameter, pi d, no? So we are using c is equal to pi d. So 1.4 into 22 upon 7 into x. 1.1 into 1000 is equal to, now see this, we will cancel. 7 1s are 7, 7 zeros are 0, 0.2, 7 2s are 14. So here it is 0.2 into 22 into x. Okay. The simplification can be all yours, children. You can take the 7 directly that side. So it will get multiplied with this 1.1 into 1000 into 7 divided by 1.4 into 22. I am trying to minimize my cancellation. So I have cancelled here itself. So I am left with 0.2 into 22 into x. 0.2 and 22 both are multiplied on the right hand side. So when I'll take it to the left hand side, they will be division. 1.1 into 1000 upon, as I told you, don't look at the dates, I'm using the diary to solve these sums, upon 0.2 into 22 is equal to x. Okay. Now let's start cancelling. So you can see this 1.1, that means 11, that's 0.1, and 22 will go by 11. Okay. So I can say 11 2s are 22, and here it will be 11 zeros are 0.1. 11 1s are 11. So now this goes as 0.1 into 1000 upon 0.2 into 2. Why I am not cancelling here? So that you understand the cancellation. You can do it in the same place, okay? In that same step. Now see, we are left with this. Now 2 will go by 1000. 2 1s are 2, 2 5s are 10, 2 zeros are 0, 2 zeros are 0. 0.2 and 500 can be cancelled. Now one more way is that you can get rid of this point, children. When I remove the point from here, I have to divide by 10. When I remove the point from the 0.2, I have to multiply by 10 here. So this can be as 1 into 500 upon 2 into 10. Here also 10. So when I am removing this, I am dividing by 10. When I am removing 0.2 point from here, I am multiplying the numerator. Okay. So when you remove it from the numerator, you have to divide by 10. When you remove it from the denominator, you have to multiply the numerator by 10, children. So this 10 will get cancelled, and here 2 1s are, 2 2s are 4, 1 carried here, 2 5s are 10, 2 zeros are 0. So what is the answer? 250. Okay. So I am getting x is equal to 250. That means the wheel completes 250 rotations. I hope now this sum will be very clear for you. With second explanation. Now we go on for arc of a circle. What is an arc of a circle? Arc of a circle, children, you must have done in the lower standard, that is in the 5th and the 6th, the small parts, but still I will repeat it. What is arc of a circle? Arc is nothing but part of the circle. For example, you are eating a chapati, so you are just pulling out the small piece. So it is a part of that chapati. So any round figure, okay, arc of a circle means it's a part of the circle. So you can see a circle here with center O. Okay, usually we write O, but we can take any letter. So center is O, and you can see the chord PQ. Now because of this chord PQ, this circle is divided into two parts. Okay, chord PQ divides this circle into two parts. You can see this is a smaller part and this is a bigger part. Okay, same thing for the circumference. This endpoints of P and Q of the chord PQ, point P and Q is dividing this circumference into two parts. You can see this part is smaller part. So one more point we write it as X, and this is PXQ. So this part is smaller as compared to its counterpart, that is PYQ. So you can see this chord PQ is dividing the two circle into two halves. Okay, this one circle into two halves. So this part and one letter we have named X. So it is PXQ. So you can see this part of the circle. PXQ is a smaller part of the circle, whereas PYQ, you can see it is covering a bigger part of the circumference. Okay, children. So this smaller part, that is PXQ, becomes a small arc, that is minor arc. You know, we call minor means small. Okay, you all are minors now. Once you are 18, you will become major. So major means big and minor means small. So arc PXQ is a minor arc and arc PYQ is a major arc. Now look at this arc, children. Arc PXQ and arc PYQ together make complete circle. They are making one complete circle together. If you put parts together, if I break this, that means this is incomplete circle. But if I put PXQ back, I get a complete circle. And you all remember that the complete circle measures 360 degree. The whole circle, complete circle measures 360 degrees, children. Okay. Half of the circle will be how much? 180 degree, and that is called semicircle. So if I want to know the measure of PXQ, I have to minus the measure of arc PYQ from 360 degree, and vice versa. If I want to know measure arc PYQ, I have to minus 360 degree minus PXQ. Then I'll get this measurement. Okay, children. So here is the definition. Arc of a circle. The circle is divided into two parts by taking any 2 points on the circle. So it is not necessary you should have a chord. You can take 2 points, and with those 2 points you can say that this is the 2 parts of the circle. Each part is called an arc. Chord PQ divides a circle into 2 parts, and because of which we have major arc PYQ and minor arc PXQ, and they both are corresponding to each other, thus they are called as corresponding arcs. So children, see, both the arcs are having common endpoints, PXQ and PYQ. So endpoint is PQ. Okay, 5th standard you have learned, no, with different endpoints, arcs. So PQ is common to both. Endpoint PQ is common to both major arc as well as minor arc, and thus this particular property you have to remember, that if two arcs of a circle have common endpoints and the arcs make one complete circle, the arcs are said to be corresponding arcs. Okay, so PXQ, arc PXQ and arc PYQ are corresponding arcs. So in this figure, you can see children, arc PXQ and arc PYQ are mutually corresponding arcs. So in that case, we can find out using 360 degree minusing. If I want to know major arc, then I will minus the minor arc, and if I want to find out the minor arc, I will minus major arc from 360 degree. Semicircular arcs children, rough circle I can draw for you and explain to you. See, semicircular arc will be, for example, the diameter divides a circle, or it can also be marked. So suppose this is PQ and over here X and here Y. So exactly half, it is going through the center. Now this figure doesn't look like center, but the diameter is passing through the center. So arc PXQ and arc PYQ are semicircular because exactly half of the circle they are covering children. So those are semicircular. Now we come to the topic central angle and the measure of an arc. So since we have a center in all the circles, of course it will be making an angle. So central angle and the measure of an arc. You can see the center O is the vertex of the angle formed, that is KOP. This is K, this is P children. So you can see this angle, and this is the center O, and here you can see a letter X is marked. So this is the arc KXP, because this much part of the circle is covered, and you can see here it is marked Y. Okay, you can see this Y. So this circle KYP is the major arc. So in the figure, the center is the vertex of angle KOP. As I said, O is the vertex of angle KOP. So an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle, an angle whose vertex is the center of the circle is called a central angle, because the center O is the vertex of this angle. So this is the central angle. The measure of the angle subtended by an arc is taken to be the measure of the arc. What is subtended? Making. Okay children. So the measure of the angle subtended at the center. The measure of the angle subtended at the center by an arc is taken to be the measure of that arc children. So you can see arc KXP, okay, it is exactly, for this arc KXP is exactly in the central angle, or because of arc KXP the central angle is formed. You can see it clearly. So the measure of the angle subtended means it is making the measure of the angle subtended at the center by an arc. At the center by an arc is taken to be the measure of the arc. So this arc KXP measure will be the same as that of angle KOP. Now you must have got it. So whatever is the measure of angle KOP is the measure of angle KXP. Whatever is the measure of arc KXP will be the measure of the angle KOP. Okay. In some sums they will give you angle KOP and they will ask you find measure of arc KXP. Okay. And in some sums they will give measure of arc KXP is this much, find measure angle KOP. It is the same because you have to give the reason. The measure of the angle subtended at the center by an arc is taken to be the measure of the arc. Here I have written down. So in this figure, measure angle KOP is equal to 70 degree. So here, if you want, I will write down 70 degree. So if Angle KOP is 70 degree. What will be arc KXP? That's right. Arc KXP also will be 70 degree. Here I have written down angle KOP is equal to 70 degree. Then the measure of minor arc is 70 degree. That is measure arc KOP. Measure arc KXP. KXP is equal to 70 degree. Hope it's clear, children. Okay. I'll just show you one circle so that you understand. A small circle, rough figure I've drawn so that you understand. See, this is a circle with center O. Then you can see points K, X, P is on the circle. This side Y. Okay, point Y you can see. So if I take the endpoints, your 5th standard you must remember. If I take the endpoints and draw the line, straight line KP. So this becomes the chord, children. Okay. And this divides the circle KXP and KYP. But instead of chord, there is you're trying to make the angle. That is, you're drawing this way. So what happens? Here the angle is formed. So this is KOP. So here this is a central angle is formed. So arc KXP will be the measure of arc, KOP, angle KOP. Hope now it is clear. So the measure of the major arc, is equal to 360 degree. So the measure of a major arc, children, is equal to 360 degree minus measure of the corresponding minor arc. I told you what is the corresponding. That means both the arcs together make that complete circle. So therefore measure arc KYP, this is major arc KYP, is equal to 360 minus measure arc KXP. Measure arc KXP we understood with the angle KOP. Angle KOP is given as 70 degree. So measure of arc KYP is also 70 degree. And then we go on to find out the major arc. So measure of major arc KYP is equal to 360 minus 70 degree. And there you get the answer 290 degree. So major arc KYP is equal to 290 degree. Now we will understand with the help of the practice set 43. Choose the correct alternative. If arc AXP and arc AYP are the corresponding arcs, they are only telling us it's corresponding arcs. That means arc AXP and arc AYP are giving you a complete circle of 360 degree. And measure arc AXB is equal to 120 degree. Find measure arc AYB. They have given you option, but we cannot guess it out, children. We have to solve it. So, fourth one is 160 degree. So, solve it. The sum of the measures of two corresponding arcs is 360 degree. This is the line that we have to write down. So, the sum of the measures of the two corresponding arcs is 360 degree. So, measure arc AXP plus measure arc AYP is equal to 360 degree. Now here they are not telling you whether it's a major arc, minor arc, but that doesn't make any difference. The rule remains the same. The two arcs are together giving you 360 degree. So 120 degree is the arc AXB plus measure arc AYB is equal to 360 degree. So therefore measure arc AYB is equal to 360 minus 120 degree. 120 will go to the right hand side. So therefore measure arc AYB is equal to 360 degree minus 120 degree. So measure arc AYB is equal to 240 degree. So the correct alternative is the third one from the option, that is 240 degree. Remember children, in maths you should not guess out, you have to work out. Because in the test MCQ, most of you, 75% of you are just guessing and writing the answer, which is very wrong. You have to solve it and find out the correct answer. Now we go for the second question. Some arcs are shown in the circle with center O. Write the names of minor arcs, major arcs and semicircular arcs from among them. Okay. Have a look at the figure, children. You can see this figure. It is given in the textbook. I had already told you to download it, children. So arc PXQ and arc PYQ, that is this side you can see arc P, here you can see the Y and Q. Okay. So also there are some other points. R is also on this side. Okay. So if you want you can take arc PRY also. Okay. Now we have to name the minor arcs and major arcs. So minor arc 1 very easily known is arc PXQ because this chord PQ. Because of chord PQ, endpoints P and Q, we can make out easily arc PXQ is a minor arc. Okay. Now what are the other minor arcs? Let us find out other minor arcs, children. So other minor arc, you are already aware, we can also take 2 letter. Okay. So in the case of minor arc, we will take 2 letter arc. Arc PR. You can see this part of the circle because arc means what? Just the part of the circle. So PR is one of the minor arc. Other arc is RY. So you can see this RY, this much part. Okay. Arc RY. What is the other arc, children? Yes. Either YQ or QY. That you know. Either ways we can name them. So arc YQ or QY. And what is the other arc? Yes. QX. So we are just naming two letter because these are minor arc. I can't take 3 letter. It will become major arc. So arc QX and arc XP. You go like this round so that you don't leave out anything, children. So first I said arc PXQ is the minor arc with 3 letter. Then we are taking 2 letters. Arc PR, arc RY, arc QY or YQ, arc QX, arc XP or PX. So we have completed the circle with minor arcs. Okay, children. Last I will show you the minor arcs, or I'll show it right now. Here I have written down to save time. You can see there arc PXQ, arc PR, arc RY, arc QY, arc QX, arc XP. Now we'll go on for major arc. Major arc. So keeping arc PXQ in mind, we can start. So PXQ is a smaller arc. So who is the other one? You can see this. If I take arc PXQ, then it should be arc PYQ. Then this is going to complete the circle. Okay. So arc PYQ is one of the major arc. So once again I am repeating, children. Keeping arc PXQ in mind, we can consider arc PYQ. It has to complete the circle, endpoint should be same. Arc PYQ is one of our major arc. Second major arc can be arc PRQ. Okay, you have to ignore the Y because there are 2 points on this side of the circle. So arc PRQ is the second major arc. Okay, and what is the other major arc? So arc PYQ, then you can take it as arc PRQ. You can take arc RQP, like this circle, not like this half the way. RQP. So this is almost only this much part is left. So this is a big major arc, RQP. Okay, and you can go for XQP. Okay, this way XQP. This is a major arc, XQP. Then you can also go for arc QRY. Okay, like this arc QRY. So these are the major arcs, children. Now what is semicircular arc? Semicircular makes half the circle into 2 halves. Okay, 180 degree. So it is a straight line, makes 180 degree. Here you can see QR, the endpoints QR or diameter QR is separating these two circle or making this circle into two halves, two parts. Okay. So in semicircular, we have QPR and QYR. Okay, QPR and QYR. You can also name it as QXR. You have to just ignore this P if you are naming it that way. So QXR and QYR. So these are semicircular arcs, children, which will be measuring 180 degree. I'll just show you the written part so that in case you have any doubts, it can be cleared. Minor arcs already shown. This is major arcs. While naming it, I have also shown you the other ways which I have not written down. So once you have understood, it is very easy to find out and write down. Now the third and the last question, children, for this chapter, the measure of a minor arc. The measure of a minor arc PXQ of a circle with center O is 110 degree. What is the measure of the major arc PYQ? Let's find out. First we'll write the statement, the sum of the measures of two corresponding arcs. Handwriting is changing, children, because I have to hold the mobile. The sum of the measures of two corresponding arcs is 360 degree. So measure arc PXQ plus measure arc PYQ is equal to 360 degree. Okay. Now since they have mentioned minor and major, we will also write it, children. So measure minor arc PXQ plus measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 360 degree. Instead of this, you can straight away write this one. So measure of minor arc PXQ is given as 110 degree. So I will substitute 110 degree plus major arc, I don't know. Measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 360 degree. Look at it. Now what can we do? Yes, measure of major arc PYQ will remain left hand side. 110 degree will go to the right hand side and it will be minus because it's a plus over here. So therefore, measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 360 minus 110 degree. Okay. So therefore, measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 360 minus 110. 0, 6 minus 1, 5, 3 minus 1, 2. So measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 250 degree. So answer, the measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 250 degree. Hope you have understood the sum, children. The measure of a minor arc PXQ of a circle with center O is 110 degree. So minor arc is 110 degree. What is the measure of the major arc? So these two arc make a complete circle. So measure of arc minor arc PXQ plus measure of major arc PYQ is equal to 360 degree. Substitute the given arc, that is 110 degree for arc PXQ, plus measure of major arc PYQ as it is equal to 360 degree. With this we can understand that 110 degree when taken to right hand side, it will be minus. So 360 minus 110 is 250 degree. So the measure of the major arc PYQ is 250 degree. So with that we complete this circle chapter, children. We shall go for the next video. If not today, surely for the next week. Thank you, children. Practice it, children. And please write in the comment box if you haven't understood or you need an explanation. Thank you. Take care.